Hello everyone, we will solve this today's LeetCode problem. So the question is minimum number of changes to make binary string beautiful. It's a LeetCode medium. Let's see what the question is asking. So we have given a zero index binary string S having an even length. A string is beautiful if it's possible to partition it into one or more substring such that each substring has an even length. Each substring contains only one S or only zeros. You can change any character in S to 0 or 1. Return the minimum number of changes required to make a string as beautiful, right? So basically question is easy to understand, right? It is understandable that we have given this zero index binary string, right? And so first thing is to know that string length is even, right? String length is even. Now, one thing is to note that we need to partition it. We need to change from and it has only 0 and 1, right? This string contains only 0 and 1, 0 and 1, right? We are noting the first thing is to solve the problem is that we need to we need to check each and every points of the question, right? So first thing is that string length is even, contains only 0 and 1, and we need to do, we need to change 0 to 1 or 1 to 0. And when we need to change such that when you try to partition the string into substrings in even length, at even length, it should contain that each substring of even length should contain, must contain only either zeros or ones, right? That's the whole question, right? This is the whole question, conclusion of this question. So basically, if you are not able to, if you see that this is string, if I split it into even length of substrings and any of the substrings doesn't contain only zeros or only ones, then we need to change 0 to 1 or 1 to 0 in that case and make them the string beautiful such that each of the substring has an even length and contains only one or either zeros. That's the question, right? So if we see the first example, this 1001, right? So is this substring is beautiful? No, it's not beautiful. It's not, right? It's not beautiful. It's not a beautiful substring, right? Right? Why? Because when you try to split it into even length of substring, suppose even length is 10 or 101, so this doesn't contain only zeros or only ones, it contains mix of 0 or 1, right? So this is not. So to make this string as beautiful, what we need to do, we need to change either this whole to 0 to 1 or either all 1 to 0. So either you make this like this or like this, right? So now if you split it into even length, is in this whole substring is in uh, either contains 0 or 1, right? So one thing is to observe that you need to change, we have only 1 and 0, right? And we need to play, we has to play on this only, right? On this only, we don't have another things, right? So suppose I take any example, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? Like this, right? A string has already even, I need to split it into even length of substrings, and each substring should have either 0 or only 1. If you see in this case 1 0, if I split it into like this 1 0 1 1, then if I split into 1 1 0 1 1 0, so this both string is not beautiful, right? Either I can split it like this, like this, like this, right? I can also split like this, right? So this is not beautiful. Either this is also not beautiful. Why? Because this has not content. So to make this beautiful, or make the whole string as beautiful, I need to change something. What I need to change? Either I will make this 0 as 1, right? So I will make like this, right? And for this string to be beautiful, I need to either make like this, right? So how much answer is that? For this, it is 3. Same for, if you see here, same for this, for 10 to make a beautiful substring, to make this as 1, right? For 1 1, this is already a substring, contains only 1, so this is 1 1. This 1 1 can be a 0 0 also, right? Either you write 1 1 or 0 0, it's totally your choice. we just need a count, minimum number of changes, we just need a count, right? So we don't need a string because there are multiple string possible, right? For this needs to be changed, so either you change 0 to 1 or this 1 to 0. So let's make 1 1, right? Let's make this 1 0, let's make 1 to 0. So what I've changed, this 0 is changed to 1, this 0 is changed to 1, this 1 is to change to 0, so totally 3. One thing needs to observe, one thing is to observe, that either you take any of the length of the string, length doesn't matter, length does not matter, although it's matter, but it doesn't matter, right? It does not matter here, right? So in this string, here string length is doesn't matter, here string length doesn't matter, right? So it does not matter in this case that either you split it into 4 8 16 in even length, right? 4 8 6, any length, or you split into 2. Now, you get it, right? We don't need to check for each and every, either you can check for 4 6 or 7, or you can split into 2, because even length is can be 2 also, right? So if two if two of the two substring, two length substring of length 2 is a beautiful string, a beautiful string, so we can also make whole string as beautiful, and why I'm telling that, why I'm telling that, because we have only 0 and 1 in our string. We don't have anything else other than these two characters. If these two characters and these two length is is equal, then whole string can be equal. So what I mean, so the whole question can be solved just by checking only two consecutive characters. So this question can be solved only by checking two consecutive characters. If they are same, if they are same, we don't need to do anything, we don't need to do anything we don't need to do anything do anything otherwise, else just increase the count by one, right? Why by one? Because if there is something like case like 1 0 or 0 1, so either you make this 1 to 0 or 0 to 1, or in this case same, either you change 0 to 1 or 1 to 0. Both in the case you need the count is increased by 1, right? Same, right? That's why we need to increase the count. Or you can take many cases like 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 0, or 0 1 0 1, right? Like this also, 1 1 0 0 0 0 1 1. In every case, if you observe, you need to just take this two characters, two consecutive characters. In this 1 0 is not same, so you need to change this, right? 0 0 is already same, right? So this count is, the count is 1, right? In this case, same is for here, right? Same is for here, just 0 is changed to 1. Same will be the case, count will be 1 in this case also, right? 0 0 0, count will be 1 in this case also, right? So in every case, there is a chance that there will be answer of count by increasing 1 if two consecutive is not equal. 1 0 is not equal, change just to 0. 1 0 is not equal, change just to 1 1, right? All your choice, count will be again what, 2, because we have changed two characters. So we just need to, same for all of this, you can make this. So we just need to check two consecutive characters, because we have two distinct characters, 0 and 1 only. So we need to check the even length. So we will conclude that if we can check two length, two consecutive characters, and if it is not equal, we will increment that count, and if it is equal, we don't need to do anything. That's how we will solve this question, right? This is how we solve this question. Let's just implement it, and bingo, can solve this question. Implement is very easy, you just need to do if else condition, that's it, right? So what we need to do, we will just iterate in this, this n, string size. And if si is not equals to si plus 1 minus 1, its previous value, then we will just increment our count, right? And the count will be here like this, count 0, just initialize it. And if it is not equal, we will increment it. One thing is to note that we are just checking for consecutive 2. If this 1 1 is checked, we don't need to check this if this, okay, if this 2 1 is checked, we will not check for this 2, because this is not even length, right? This will becomes odd length, right? So if you are checking this 2, in the next iteration you will check for this 2, not this 2, right? So for that I need to increment it by 2, not 1, right? So this is how we solve this question, and at last we will just return the count, and bingo, we have solved this question, right? Let's just run this, and let's see, we have not made any compilation error. uh, some Wi-Fi issue is there, I think. We have passed all the sample case. Let's submit it. Net is slow. And yeah, we have passed all the test cases, right? We have passed all the test cases. So basically this is how we solve this problem. Let's analyze time in the space complexity, and you have and this is nothing hard, right? We can easily check that we are iterating in whole string, and we are not taking any extra spaces, right? We are just taking a variable. So o of n time complexity and space complexity would be o of 1. That's it, right? Nothing easy, nothing but just a intuition behind that. How will you think, right? You just see that there is two distinct characters, and it's asking for even length to be the same, so we are checking the smallest even length. If the smallest even length is can be beautiful, then whole longer length will can be beautiful. That's it. That's the logic behind that, right? Hope you understand it. Thank you so much.